LIV still needs a lifeline. Chicago's making golf more difficult. Hearts might be making golfers soft, and we're turning that fight into a match. Welcome back to Two Off the Tee. I am your host, the somewhat better golfer of the two, and my co-host, the Titleist of Loans, Jeff Shin. Jeff, welcome to the show. I gave a different intro because we could talk about this later, but you did beat me Wednesday. I'm embarrassed to even acknowledge this on the internet.
I can't hear you. Can you speak up a little bit on that part?
I am embarrassed to even share this on the internet. I'm losing sleep every night.
I thought I heard you correctly, but I wasn't 100% sure if it was the volume, but yeah.
I'm talking very soft in that part. But Jeff, have another exciting episode for our fans today. But first, I'd like to touch on LIV. Last week, we did mention that LIV was going to close or the Saudi money is running out. And then there was an interview that was put out by the CEO of LIV, but then they retracted it that it's going to go on until the end of 2026. And if LIV is not self-sustainable, they may shut down. Did you hear that?
You know, I was looking for it. I saw some stuff on the internet that was posted, and then it looks like they deleted and reposted a cleaner version, I would say, of that interview.
Yep.
And like I said, I don't know, ever since we started this and just covering a little bit of LIV, I thought it was really weird that they were doing their social media was covering a lot of Anthony Kim, and there was a storyline there. And as weeks keep developing here with LIV, there just seems to be a lot of smoke right now. I mean, maybe the Brooks thing leaving was a telling story. Bryson trying to squeeze the most amount of money out of LIV. It's, Dustin Johnson's nowhere to be found. You mentioned it, like, hey, what happened to Phil Mickelson? He disappeared. So yeah, there seems to be definitely some turmoil there. And I mean, I said it last episode. How is it sustainable to burn $500 million a year? In what world is that okay to operate a business that way? When do you pull the plug?
That seems to be 2026.
I mean, that's probably, I'm surprised they're doing that, waiting this long, but maybe, I mean, I would have to look at their schedule, but they probably don't have a lot left, or they already have their obligations, but I don't know.
It was a good run for them. It sounds like they took a risk, they took a shot. Sometimes everything doesn't always work out the way you plan.
Well, yeah, right. And I mean, again, I'm comparing it to back in the day with the Monday Night Wars, WCW versus WWE, with the whole thing. And, WCW, it was poorly managed. And when you have it poorly managed and no plan, and you're just, I don't know, just from what it seems like, everything's put together with duct tape, eventually that thing's going to break apart. So I think with the Live League, it just seems that way. They had this great idea of, 3 rounds, 54 events, and then they had to know that they weren't going to get any broadcasting. Maybe the Golf Channel and all the media players, they all blackballed them and said no, or, blacklisted them and said, no, we're not going to air anything of Live and cover them. But even through that, they should have figured out a way to do it, because with social media, I mean, you got X, Instagram, even TikTok, YouTube, all these free channels to post your stuff to get the viewerships. So yeah, just seems like it was poorly managed.
Yeah, and also the thing is they couldn't get a lot of good players over. I mean, they got a handful of good players, but there's also a mix of like nobodies. So yeah, it's WWF versus WCW, except WCW did outgrow WWF because of the NWO. They did get really big, but then the whole storyline just got stupid. So it kind of sounded like Liv was the NWO and they got a bunch of big names to move over, but they didn't really capitalize on that. And the PGA, it sounds like, and I don't know because we're not pros, but I feel like the youth would be like, I want to make it to the PGA, not like I want to make it to LIV Golf. So kudos
Yeah,
to LIV for trying though.
I mean, for sure, if whenever you're growing up and something's been around for a very long time, I could totally see that, what you're saying. If I was way younger, or like a high school kid, even junior high, and picked up golf then, I'd be like, yeah, I would love to get good and make the PGA. But then you have this thing with Live that comes out, and it's supposed to disrupt everything. And I don't know, I just feel like they did a horrible job, because I think in theory, for a 4-man team, it's a great idea of what they had. Should they have mixed it in with individual competition and team events? Maybe, I don't know. It was probably just a terrible idea going to 54-hole tournament versus 72 because they lost a world ranking, and that was a huge setback, and then they made that change and pivoted very quickly. But again, to me, at least Bryson here asking for what, like $500 million to re-sign, and then he's going around there like, talking crap about the courses they're playing at. You know what I mean? I don't know if that's a good spokesman for me. If I had the money, that's no way. And on top of it, now we got this. I don't know if you heard this with Bryson, but at the Masters, he was trying to figure out a way back into the PGA.
I didn't know that, but I could see that. I mean, Bryson likes to compete and he wants to be the best. And at Live, I feel like he got that check and now he wants to go back and play with the best.
Yeah, I mean, but that's a sacrifice. I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm not as competitive as Bryson, and I don't have the talent level as him hitting a golf ball. But I would say, you throw a a quarter billion dollar check my way. Of course, I'm joining Live. And I don't know. I feel like Dustin Johnson probably did the right move, taking that money and saying, "Cool, oh, we got to play here. All right, I'll be there. Oh, you need me to be a captain? Okay, I'll be there." So you don't hear Dustin complaining too much. He's just like, "All right, cool. I got my money. I could spend time with my family and chill."
I didn't even know that guy was still playing golf. So yeah, he just took his check and moved off to the sidelines a little bit.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So, I mean, but back to the whole, Live and their interview. I mean, they're just scrambling. That's what it sounds like. It just, I don't know if you ever saw the movie Margin Call. Have you seen it?
I didn't finish it with like Kevin Spacey and I never finished it.
So it just reminds me of that, where they're just scrambling. It's like, oh, we got to do
Yeah.
something here, and then everyone's just,
It
yeah, you
sounds
might
like
not have
they're
a job here you might not have a job here tomorrow type of situation, like, "Oh, what the hell?" Everyone start, updating your LinkedIn profile.
It's kinda what it sounds like, but, I mean, it was always kinda like the D League of the PGA, so maybe even yeah, probably,
Yeah,
like, same level as Corn Ferry, so something like that. Anyways, Jeff, enough talking about Live. We're not gonna be talking about them very long, it sounds like.
yeah, I think
Moving
we
on.
gave them, a little bit too much airtime.
it
Nothing really going on with the PGA, so let's
it
move
does
on.
sound like that way. Moving on to the front nine, Jeff, you brought up something interesting to me that the Chicago District of Golf Association is doing something to make golf more difficult for us Chicagoland golfers and the Golf Genius app. Can you
Yeah,
share can you share about that?
yeah, so from my understanding is they created, like, this Golf Genius profile that pushes you into different leagues and flights or whatever, so maybe I would have to look more into it, but I believe it's probably designed to eliminate sandbagging and people joining different flights that they don't belong in. That's what I've gathered, and the more I do, like, marketing stuff or work, it just seems like a pain in the ass in what these guys are trying to figure out. It's like just more friction.
I agree. There is some more friction, but there's got to be a way to stop the sandbagging. I mean, you're gonna get these sandbaggers everywhere you go. How do you police that? You know?
I mean, you can't, right? I mean, at the end of the day, it's like they're not playing for big money anyways. People are just joining. I don't know why when you play a competitive sport like golf that you have to cheat your way to win, right? Like, where's the integrity in just competition? It's very easy to do stuff, but just because no one's watching doesn't mean it's okay. I mean, but again, it's like those videos on Instagram or TikTok. Nobody's gonna know. Nobody's gonna know, right? Have you seen those? Who's gonna know? Nobody's gonna. Yeah, no one's gonna know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, the whole thing of what they're trying to do, I mean, I think we solved for that problem in our golf league, which is what I love about it that, hey, everyone can join. You have a handicap, and we're just going to tax you and just go at a handicap allowance at 85%. And maybe for us right now at 85%, it's a little bit too aggressive. But USGA has 10%. And even if you have it at 10%, yeah, there's going to be probably a little discrepancy. So let's just add another 5% in there. It's not a huge harm to it. And at least, again, it's a very small sample size to look at, but at least the few rounds that we've played with a bigger group, we've done it at 85%. And what I thought is becoming true is that dispersion is much closer, so it doesn't really matter if you're a single digit handicap playing against a double digit handicap.
It does seem to make the field tighter a little bit. And Jeff, you kind of touched on it with the single and double digit handicaps. The league event that we just had, the scores were pretty close. Nobody shot anything crazy, but someone did. I mean, the last place people were pretty tight dispersion too, but I think there was a big gap in between the middle and the end, wasn't there?
Yeah, and I mean, I think that's the way it's the way it should be at. I mean, you look at
Can
the
you share
pros.
more about the bottom four in the event? Because I don't know. I wasn't part of that tier.
I don't know what you're getting at with the bottom 4.
But, the scores were great. We played last Saturday, our first event in the league. It was very, very cold. It was very cold and windy, pretty brutal conditions for all of us. But I had a great time. It looked like the scores were more in line of where they should be. I mean, the winner was like +4 +5 or something with the handicap. No one was -4 or -3. I wonder what it would have been like at 100% handicaps. I wonder what the scores would have been and who would have won and
Well,
what would have flipped.
I would say it's probably pretty lopsided. I mean, again, this is just more again, these are just maybe just random thoughts that I think of, but I think I'm onto the right case. I saw earlier before we started recording some people in our league playing around and they were using a leaderboard and I looked and I know one group out there, one guy refuses a bet now unless we play at 100% allowance. And the better golfer played like shit and he lost by a stroke. I
Um,
mean,
at the 100%, you're
yeah.
saying?
Yeah,
Oh,
so the score difference was 105 to 93, and the 93 guy is he's pretty good, or should be better than what he normally puts up. My point though is at 100%, even he beat him by 12 strokes and he still lost by a stroke. So
that's golf.
I know that's right. I know that's golf, but I think for this golf genius thing of what they're trying to do, I think that's where you just have to implement. Sure, have the handicap, um, and just follow what USGA recommends at 10%, a 90% allowance, or drop it down to 85. And then it eliminates all that. Like for me, anytime I do stuff, it's like a 5-step process. And I keep saying this to you too before, for other projects that we work on. It's like, why keep adding more to it and making it harder? Like just even like in the golf league, people are like, we should do this, we should do this. I'm like, dude, it's more to manage. I don't want to manage more, right? Let's figure out how to way to manage less. Why have this long process and making things more difficult? Just like companies, golf, anything out there, right? Like, why can't it just be a 5-step process and simplify things? Why do we have to make it difficult? Why should it be difficult to join Chicago District Golf Association and go through this, what it seems like this hoop of joining a league only for them to place me in what they feel like based on my handicap? It's like, I don't know where my game is at. If you think I'm cheating, what you think adding more and having extra layers is going to stop that? People will just game it.
I agree. So yeah, there's got to be you got to have refs out there, and that's why it's always better to just play straight up. There's no you don't have to argue about someone sandbagging or you just play straight up. And speaking of playing straight up, I mean, I've been talking a lot of shit, and you've been talking more shit. But Wednesday we played, and I gotta admit on camera now, you beat me. I didn't get whooped, but you beat me. The teen handicap beat the single digit handicap.
It's taking you a while to get a lot of your words out.
I don't know what to say because this never really happened. This hasn't happened in a long time. My brain is just all confused. I'm having brain farts everywhere. It just um I mean, you played one hell of a round. I don't even know if I could say that. I played
I
like
didn't
shit and you beat me.
I mean, I don't think I played as great as I could have because my putting was way off that day. But if I mean, it was just terrible, right? I mean, whatever. My putting, I had 41 putts. So at a bare minimum, I got to get to 2 strokes, right? So that's 36. So I feel like that's like the ceiling. You have the 36 putt around. You cannot go over that. So me going 41, those 5 extra strokes, I mean, you would have got spanked.
I mean, I will let you have the floor and say whatever you like at this
No,
point right
I mean,
now.
I don't need I know I told you, I'm gonna whoop your ass this year. I have a new swing. It's starting to come together. And, I said it last week, no distractions. Let's play. What happened?
I had
I know,
I had distractions. Years ago when we first started, we had this spreadsheet and we would play, 50 times a year. And we would keep track of who was better at all the stats or like in every round. We would see who was better in winning. Might have to bring that back because right now this season, what are we at? 1 or 2 to 1? I've won two, you've won one.
well, the ones that you won were unofficial, right? And the ones that I proclaimed that I was going to beat you last week, and I said, let's play Wednesday. I
No,
showed
it's
up.
still it's for the year. It starts in the year. The
Okay, I
year has
mean, but
already started.
we have the series that we'll figure out and get that coordinated. But the ones that you're counting were the off season where it's just what 20-degree weather that we're playing in. I mean, a round for us in February, does that really count in Chicago? Come on, you know? At least we know that officially golf season has truly kicked off. And I think even in the clips last week, you were saying, us good golfers, you don't have the point of view of us good golfers. We don't have arid shots. And I'm sitting here watching you, hole two, spraying it, taking 15 minutes to find your golf ball because you don't want to penalize yourself of an out of bounds penalty when you could have played
No,
the provision. Oh, and then what happened hole one? I'm going to take a breakfast ball. Like I said, vanity. And
you're
then your
right.
boy that was supposed to show up Sunday and get his ass whooped decided to go to LA, dodging me.
You're absolutely right. You spanked my ass out there.
Yeah,
And I only took a breakfast ball because Mike said breakfast ball, so
it doesn't matter. If someone offered me a breakfast ball, you know what I would say? No thanks.
you took a gimme when no one said it was good, so
So did you. Get out of here. Now you're trying, see, now you're fishing here. Get out of here.
anyways, congratulations to you, Jeff. You beat my ass on Wednesday. I'll admit I
What do you
lost.
think's going to happen Sunday at Old Oak?
I don't know,
I'm
but
gonna
last Sunday you or last week I beat you by 20, so
Yeah, well, I told you, we changed courses last minute. I was not prepared for all of that. That's my reasoning. And yeah, I will admit, I sucked ass, but I bounced back right away. I said I was going to whoop your ass Wednesday. I showed up. I beat you. Everything here, you yap, yap, yap. Well, we don't hit aired shots. Oh, here's James out of bounds, taking 15 minutes to find his golf ball when he knows he should have played a provision. Hole one, but you offered me a breakfast ball? Sure, I'll take it. And then you jumped in the bet after the fact that you took it, where I said, "Yeah, we'll play straight up."
I said I didn't want to though. I said I didn't want to like 5 times.
What, bet straight up?
Yeah, I said no. I said no 5 times.
I know, but you still got in because you're like, "Well, I had the breakfast ball." And I
I said
said,
no. I said no mentally because mentally I was not there.
"Yeah, whatever." But I remember you're like, "But I took a
You guys
breakfast ball."
all
And I said,
beat me
"Hey,
up mentally and then you guys try to play me and take my money.
no." But what I remember is you jumped in, but you're like, "Hey, but I had this mulligan. Are you okay with it?" And I said, "Listen, little brother, it's okay. You could take your breakfast ball and play the shot anyways. We'll allow it."
You're right. You're right. Go ahead. Do all the shit talking you want right now
I'm
because
just I'm not even shit talking.
this might
I'm
be
just
the only
letting
time you can say something. So let
I'm
it
just
all
letting
out.
the audience know what happened. That's what happened. Hole one, you took a breakfast ball, but I took a breakfast ball. You're gonna still let me bet? Yes, little brother. I will let you still bet. You can jump in.
That's funny.
Oh,
Yeah, you're
you went
right.
out of bounds here. Let me help you find your ball with your aired shot.
Hey, Mike was helping. You guys were all helping each other find each other's ball the whole time.
See, there you go. I mean, yeah, of course we're helping it. Yeah. But my point is on hole two, you went out of bounds. You should have just,
You
taken a
guys are
mulligan.
all you guys are also both getting lucky break. You guys both hit like a tree and it bounced on the green. You guys are getting all the lucky. You were going out of bounds one hole and then they hit a tree and then kicked all the way left. Like I don't know, that happened like 3 times for you guys each. You guys are getting all the breaks, but it's okay. It's golf. I understand it's
Yeah.
golf. I
See, there
lost.
we go. There we go. You rub it in my face that you beat me by 20 strokes last week and I played like ass. And I go, yes, you are right. I played like shit. And then
I
when
didn't
you
lose. I
lose,
didn't lose by 20 though.
wow, wow, that cabinet of yours is getting full of excuses.
I didn't lose
Let's
by
move on.
20.
Let's move on because come Sunday, Old Oak, same results, dude. And I know
Well,
what's gonna happen. I'm going out for a birthday party. I'm gonna be drinking. I'm gonna hungover. Blah blah blah. All the excuses. So let them out. Might have to get you new a filing cabinet for all your excuses.
Well, this doesn't really start the brother versus brother series yet, so we'll have to
Yeah,
figure out a
and
way to
all
start
those
that
people in
series.
those comments, I got it saved.
Well, again, congratulations, Jeff. You beat me. Kudos to you. I take my hat off to you. You beat me straight up. Pay that
Yeah,
man his money.
that's right. And that next guy that keeps running away every week, I will find him like the Terminator, T-1000, like Jason. I will just keep walking. I will eventually get to him, and he'll catch his beating too out there.
That is right. Well, Jeff, congratulations to you on your victory on Wednesday. You were the better golfer that day, I will admit. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Jeff, moving on. You wanted to move on because you're tired of shit talking me.
I mean, there's no. What am I gonna do? I beat you already. I said what I was gonna do. I mean, if you didn't keep coming with the excuses, I probably would have stopped.
Moving on, Jeff. I don't know if you said this or the internet's saying this, but it's saying that walking is making or golf carts are making people soft.
Probably. I mean, I've always played my best rounds walking. I'll say it sucks. I mean, I like walking, but it's tiresome.
It's only tiresome because you're pushing the cart. I love walking, especially with the caddy. Those have been the best times of memories of I had golfing. I might have to get one of those electric little push carts. What do you
No, for
gonna call a
sure. I
push
mean,
cart? What do you call it?
I don't know, electric pulse cart. I don't know, GPS. But yeah, I would love to throw down and buy one of those and just walk more. These courses are getting ridiculous with their price. Speaking of it, I know this is totally off topic, but I wanted to get your thoughts on this. And I think we need to discuss this too. I don't think you've played Deerfield in a while. And I forgot about this, but someone brought it up in our golf league in one of those group chats. Deerfield Golf Course. Do you know they charge you an extra $5 if you're riding solo?
No, I didn't know that.
Isn't that stupid?
Yeah, that is stupid.
It's like, okay, 3 of us are booked together to play. We don't have a 4th playing. "Oh, you're riding solo? It's gonna cost you $5 more." I was like, "What?"
Who played there recently to know that? I mean, I haven't played there forever.
Someone played there, but they were talking about that course and saying, "Oh, no, it's, like, on the ban list." And I was like, "You know what? I remember they tried to charge me extra to ride solo or something." I was like, "What? I'm not paying you extra. That's the dumbest thing in the world. Go
The
find
only
someone to
thing
sit in here then."
the only thing I remember about that place is someone we know stole a bunch of range balls from a different driving range and showed up, and they were like, "Hey, that guy brought his own range balls."
Keep an eye on Bay 4. He has his own range balls.
That was hilarious.
But, yeah, I mean, yeah, I think having carts, at the end of the day does make I mean, it's a softer move, but for pace of play, it should be great.
You would think it makes pace of play better or faster, but a lot
Yeah,
of people
I
play
mean, I
bad
would
golf. You can't speed up bad golf.
you know,
It is what it
I don't
is.
know, maybe it might make sense to just buy one of those electric pull carts that's GPS. We'll just book morning tee times, save the 20-30 bucks that these courses are charging, and then just walk.
Maybe. I mean, I love
Or, if you're watching, we'll test it out and review it.
please tag all the, electric cart companies below.
Yeah, I don't even know their company names.
I don't know either. I don't even know if there's, like, a preferred brand
Yeah.
for
I
them.
mean, you would think like Click Gear or someone, one of those brands like Sunmountain that sells these push carts or Easy Go would have a motorized one.
I'll have to do some research on that because I walked a couple weeks ago. I loved walking. I played Mount Prospect and walked. And around the back nine, around 13 or 14, I was getting tired pushing this golf cart everywhere. I was getting really tired.
Yeah,
And I
I could
know
totally see that. So,
I know my legs would be a lot more fresher if I was riding around in a cart because my legs were getting beat up and I use a lot of my legs for power.
yeah, so I would say walking is great, but then I guess you could make the argument that if you have a caddy and you're walking, I mean, what's the difference? It's
Because 'cause you're
kind of
not
a soft
pushing.
move then if you really want to test someone's manhood. It's like, no, you have to carry your bag and play.
It
That
gets
makes you
very
tougher.
it gets very tiring pushing that cart for sure.
For sure. That's why I don't like walking. I mean, if someone's carrying my stuff and walking around, no problem. I could walk like 2 hours, 3
I
hours
would
nonstop.
I would actually love to do that for the championship in the league. The final 4 has to walk, and they can all hire their own caddy. I would love to see that. That'd be hilarious.
Yeah, I don't know if who would want a walking caddy, but Hey, maybe we could
I
just
would for somebody. They
or
gotta tip me like just like any other caddy.
a
Yeah,
percentage of the winnings.
just $100. $100 out of your winnings, and I'll carry your bag. Yeah, I'll do it.
Maybe, I mean, more things to manage.
Looks like you're gonna have to pay me more or hire
Yeah,
someone.
yeah, possibly.
Anyways, Jeff, I'd like to move on to the back nine, our final topic here. We've been dropping little breadcrumbs all over the internet, and I think it's time that we finally reveal what we've actually been doing. I think if we talk about it, it'll come to fruition maybe quicker, although we're very close, I feel like. We've been doing a lot of work with the help of AI. I will say that it's definitely helped speed up the process of what we've been trying to do. But so why don't you go ahead and tell our wonderful fans and friends what we've been working on?
I
Don't drop the name though, because we haven't trademarked that yet. So that can't be
yeah, I
revealed.
mean, I've been slowly dropping Easter eggs out there, of what we're looking to do. You seem more excited about it, and you spend a lot of time on it, so I'll let you do the honors.
In 20 the beginning of 2026, one of my New Year's resolutions or goals was to start a business. And I know, Jeff, you've always been joking about owning a golf course. We're not opening a golf course yet. That would be very cool. But we are in the processes of opening up a golf simulator business. We're going to have multiple golf sims where you could come, practice, play 18, come with your friends, and play as much golf as you like, anytime you like.
I've been dropping Easter eggs here and there. Maybe it starts getting pieced together a little bit by our many millions and millions of fans out there. But yeah, we've been working on opening up an indoor golf simulator business. Like you said, I've been jokingly always saying it would be great to own a golf course. Obviously, the cost of running one of those things and just buying one is very expensive. So I feel like this is like the next best thing that we could do is open them indoors. And I think in previous episodes we were talking about just how great these simulators are for practicing, right? Is it better to go to the range or go to the indoor? And that's why part of it, what I've been saying is I know that this year when we golf, you don't stand a chance because I've been looking at the data for the indoor simulators and just knowing a lot more of, where I'm hitting the ball, what's going on, ball speed, club speed, how aggressive I can really get with my swings. And it's been really helping. And those times where you're like, what the hell happened? I was like, oh, yeah, it's different. And if you remember, I don't know if you heard me Wednesday when I was talking with Mike, I was like, dude, it's totally different, coming outside playing again than being indoors all day hitting off the sim. And he's like, yeah, it's different. So, in those early rounds this year we were playing, that was kind of my problem. I was flying a lot more greens because I told you I picked up like 2 to 3 extra clubs and, the practice with the data, it really helps. So, while I love going to displays and going outdoors and hitting it, it's different. It's so different than practicing indoors. So, I feel like this next phase of me golfing, playing indoors is going to be a vast improvement than going outdoors because yeah, you could work on drills and do all that stuff to get an idea of what you're working on. But at the end of the day, those launch monitors and the data that it gives you, you can't beat it.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. Although you're hitting off the artificial turf every time, I mean, just hitting the ball and seeing and having the contact, having the data tell you exactly pretty much what it's doing, will definitely help and help you improve a lot quicker. As you could see, you beat me, and you've actually been practicing a lot this year already. I unfortunately have not been able to because I basically have been invested all of my time into figuring out how to open this business and all of the logistics of this. I will tell you that it's taking up a lot of time. Both obviously we're very excited about it and passionate about golf. But without the help of I don't think we would be nearly as close to opening this as what we nearly are right now. Figuring out how to do a 24/7 golf sim business, having 5 to 6 bays, configuring all this stuff. Kudos to AI and everybody. If you're not using AI, you're falling behind literally in the world. So thank you to all the tech nerds who have made this possible for us. I'm very excited. We are very close. I think probably when this airs, like we'll probably have a lease drafted and signed, maybe. Who knows? I mean, but we're really close, very excited to get this ball rolling. Not going to be in the city, unfortunately, although I would love a city location, but maybe in the future. Who knows? But Yeah, I'm very excited. It's gonna help people get better at golf. You're gonna be able to play anytime you want in the winter, even and now that I think about it, even in the summer, because sometimes I go to Diversey, I gotta wait an hour for a bay, then it takes me an hour to hit the bucket. I'm paying another $10 in parking. Sometimes I get a parking ticket, you know, and I'm just dripping sweat. And it's like, why not just go? And for me now, it's like, okay, I might as well just go to the sim for an hour, hit balls as long as I can for an hour, get all the data I need, see what's actually happening in an air conditioned environment and without mosquitoes and everybody biting me and stuff. So to me,
Yeah,
it
no,
makes sense.
for sure. Golf's a unique sport, right? You want to get better. It's not like um a weekend round of just playing basketball, like, oh, hey, we got 10 guys, we got 15 guys, we're going to play Saturday at 8 o'clock here. Cool, right? It's more of a cardio exercise that you're really going to run around and, as you get older, you might tear your ACL type of thing. But, Monday through Friday or whatever, if I knew I was playing ball Saturday, where am I going to go shoot hoops? Where can I practice? You don't have that. Whereas golf, it is a hobby, but it's a fun hobby that you could practice and get good at, and you could see the results. And having an indoor simulator and being able to practice with a lot of the data, I think it's going to be tremendous. And I know you said I've been getting to practice a little bit more. Yes, I have the ability to. I was fortunate enough to go during the winter months. Not a lot, but here and there, just to make sure that there was no rust in the game too much, and you could constantly improve. And honestly, it's pretty great that you could play a lot of courses that you probably don't get the chance to. And I know, at least with one of the guys I go with, he's like, "Oh yeah, I played Aaron Hill. Let's play Aaron Hill." And then I don't know if I'm ever gonna go there or not to play, but at least I know the course layout through the simulator. And I'm like, "Oh, that's pretty cool. Graphics are pretty great." Obviously, it's not the real thing, right? Like, I get it, it's a simulator, but at least you get to play these courses. The other thing that's really helped me too is I know people are like, "Oh, it's a computer. You could just hit it wherever." It's like, no, not really. You still have to like line up a little bit and directionally where you want to land and hit the ball. So you're forced to pay attention to course management. And I feel like when I go out in the range, I'm also, or not in the range, but when I'm playing, I'm like, oh, okay, like, I did this here in the simulator. Like, I should pay attention a little bit more because this could happen actually. And even if it's a video game, there is a chance that you might hit a tree. It might go out of bounds, all these different things. So you can't just go up there and whack a ball. You have to think it through a little bit. So I feel like the simulator has helped playing rounds on the courses and just hitting golf balls, figuring out club head speed, ball speed, smash factor, all that stuff.
It definitely helps, and it definitely helps improves the game. So you get to use a real golf ball that hasn't been through the ringer like a million times. Because some of those golf balls at these ranges, I mean, they probably bought them in like 1990, and they haven't replaced them. So I'm very excited. I mean, as two real passionate golfers, we've seen a lot of what is wrong in the actual golf world, that we kind of bring to this indoor simulator life for people. So I'm very excited. I can't wait to actually get this whole thing going. As long as we agree on a couple more terms, very excited to get this thing going. And if anybody has any suggestions on a couple things, I mean, I think we're pretty open to hearing what people have to say. It would be nice to have a couple opinions on people about it. An opening one. I mean, maybe there are golf sim owners who listen to us, so maybe we could connect and talk. But I'm very excited, Jeff. I can't wait to get in there and start designing it and doing, all the little nitty-gritty things of getting this thing open. And we get to open it and it could look however we want it to look.
So that was the goal, huh? Before you turn 40 or by the time you turn 40, open up a business. It's always those
So,
nines, 29, 39, 49, 59, 19, whatever. When you turn that new decade, that new page, it's an exciting
well,
time.
well, it's 2026 now. I've been self-employed for a very long time.
Yeah, but this is
Um,
different.
but yes, my one of my goals this year was to start some sort of business, or it was whatever it was. I wanted to open up something. That was a goal of mine. I think I only shared it with the wife, but It was a goal of mine to do something and, to really honestly is to just to bet on ourselves or bet on myself instead of I guess I still give part of my check to the big boss, but honestly, a lot of it is just betting on ourselves, and, kind of we never I haven't had real boss really in a very long time. It's kind of refreshing to I'll do this and not we're just partners, we bounce ideas off each other, we bicker about certain things. Everything gets we're moving closer and closer to the end goal. And then also, we get to see what we like and don't like and change what other people are doing in their businesses and what we like from them and what we don't like, and we get to make it our own. Who knows? This might turn into a business podcast all of a sudden.
I I think just being in the golf eco space, just doing the podcast, recording rounds, now opening up an indoor simulator, it's all intertwined in some way, shape, or form in what we're doing. So yeah, I mean, we're getting close to signing a lease. And I'll say thanks, NVIDIA, for helping us get there.
Yes. Thank you, NVIDIA. Thank you, AI. Thank you, AMD. Thank you, Intel. Thank you, market makers. And thank you to, yeah, and everybody basically who's helping us along the way so far. Thank you guys for all the assistance and guidance and ideas. I mean, everything takes a village. Yeah, we're definitely need help from people to get this thing going and bring it to reality. So, and it's kind of cool, neat. It's really neat to see to visualize an idea and then starting to execute it. So, although we're not there yet, if you have an idea, you have to turn those ideas and you got to execute it into something and bet on yourselves.
Or yeah, just send us a message. I mean, again, like James said with the AI stuff, it's pretty cool that I could build an app, right?
Build an
Like
app, build a website, build so it's just made it a lot easier for us to actually open a business. So yeah, I was gonna make a video about that one day in the future that if anyone ever wanted to start a business, it feels like almost it is easier now than it has ever been to open a business or start a business or execute any idea that you might have because AI, although sometimes it does stupid shit, it is so smart and you could bounce your ideas off of it 24/7. It never sleeps and it could guide you in ways and help you in ways that you never thought imaginable.
it's an accelerator, dude. I
It
mean, yeah,
definitely
they call it
is.
artificial. I call it an accelerator. It's awesome.
It definitely is, man, and it helps you not, yeah, it crunches numbers for you and does all these amazing things for you. I mean, I don't know where we would be without it. We wouldn't be where we're at. We'd still be, I don't even know, months away, I would say.
It would take forever, right? And not only that, I might be going on a tangent, but I told you, right? I posted something on LinkedIn saying I paid someone to build a website for me and it costed me X amount of dollars. And, the whole web developer community came after me. And it's like, yeah, I could have easily paid, I don't know, 15, 20 grands for a developer to make the software and the website and integrate it, and they'll probably throw a lot of buzzwords my way with SEO and shit, and saying, "Yeah, this is why it's $15,000." I'm like, "Oh, okay." And now, I mean, a $20 plan or a $200 plan gets me exactly what I'm looking for at the hours that I want to work on it, and say,
If
"Hey,
not
do
better.
this, do that."
If not better, because I mean, remember, we started a venture a long time ago. It didn't work out.
Dude, that site was so damn buggy, man.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, that was also like 15 years ago, but that site was trash. It looked like
Yeah, I
looked like
know.
a junior high person made it, on whatever program that you can make websites on back in the day.
Well, it's not only that, it was a damn email where we're getting so much spam. It's like, dude,
There's a lot
what
of
is
things
this?
wrong. Yeah, I mean, if people are not using AI, you got to use it. You're gonna be left in the dust. I mean, it's like the new internet age. I mean, thank God we grew up in all the ages of everything kind of happening: landlines, internet, cell phone. If we were learning the internet back then, we would be left behind. And I'm just saying this with AI now too. If you don't learn how to use AI, or even messing around with it, you're gonna be left behind.
Yeah, and I guess to tie it in there in what you're saying, I mean, for the golfers, it just makes sense to practice on a simulator indoors. Eventually, the AI stuff will get there, But if especially when you're trying to figure out your spine angle or club head or, just getting all the proper degrees like pros, it's going to be available for you to get better. And you'll have your own recording that you could do it, be like, yeah, there's my spine angle. Oh, here, use the data, use the technology.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. So we'll see if now that you say that, I got an idea to use AI for this golf thing too. Can't share it on
Yeah,
here.
I mean, you could, right?
Yeah, make an AI caddy app. Why not?
And I don't know. I had actually some more ideas to the business, not to add more, but it alludes to the fact of the simulators and spine angle, address, all these different things. I think I could build it actually.
Well, thank you, Sam Altman, and I don't even know who else makes
Well,
claw.
Elon invested into San Maltman, so
Thank you, Elon.
yes, yes, yes. Anyways, I think we're going on a tangent here. Excited to get this going. Crazy to think that, we're pretty damn close in negotiating some leases here to opening up. And pretty excited about the website, that how it's turning out after an early morning session on it.
Yeah, I did say, and this will probably be the last compliment I give you now because this will be like the third compliment I said today this year for you. But it looks really great. Great job, Jeff. Jeff doesn't have any web development background, but dude, the website looks amazing. So great job on that. That's 2 compliments in one podcast because I said good job on beating me, and now I'm saying good job on the web. That's done. Every anything else from here now is just negative, so that you work your way back up to getting compliments from your brother. But it did it. It looks amazing. I'm not gonna lie. It looks great. It looks better than what I made. So I guess I could delete the one that I made. It looks great. I mean, you're integrating with the app and everything. I mean, it looks awesome. I'm very excited, and I hope people visit our website because you worked really hard on it, and they have to actually go on the website to book. So people will see your work, Jeff. Don't you worry.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, yes, thank you for the long-winded compliment. Don't want to drag this on too long. Obviously exciting. Happy to help you turn your dream into a goal going into your 40s. And we got some work to do. So
We still have work
see
to do. So
you.
I guess with that, that's the end. So if you're new here, make sure you like, subscribe, and share. And if you are a long term fan, like, share, and comment if you have any ideas about the golf sim business here. Because we've been very passionate about that. We've been working on it for all day, every day, basically, for since 2026. So very excited about that. Can't wait to share more with you guys once we get this lease executed. We have a very good realtor working on it. So maybe we'll see it come to reality soon.
All right. See you.
All right, go finish the website. See you. See you tomorrow, actually. Whoop
Yep.
that ass.
Yeah, okay.